This is the X Sports Network. AJ Good goes the distance for local sports on the X Sports Network.
Back here at the area middle school tournament, it's the boys championship game brought to you by Heine's Barbecue. It's Mount Pleasant taking on Summertown. Mount Pleasant got to this game after a narrow win over Santa Fe. And it's Summertown with a closer than score says win over New Prospect. That's how we got here today. Taking a look at the starting lineup, starting first with Summertown be Ryder Blackwood, John Colby Stanley, Jack Hallmark, Mason Bryan, Max Dillard. On the other side for the Tigers will be Jackson Lindsay, Preston Hayward, Hunter Holt, Jaden Wilson, and Cole Anderson. And Adam Lindsay joining me alongside once again here for this championship game. And now, Adam, what is key to the games here for both sides when you take a look at this one?
Well, Mount Pleasant, they've got to do two things. They've got to handle Summertown's pressure, handle the basketball with their perimeter players, and they've got to utilize their size differential down low. They've got a really talented young postman down there that's got plenty of size that really help them get here. They've got to utilize that. For Summertown, they've got to use their pressure to create turnovers. And, the question, like we were talking before, AJ, I'm curious to see how Summertown does in the half court. If they can score in the half court down low against that size, I think Summertown's going to have to, if they get open shots, going to have to shoot the ball well from three. I thought, Blackwood had a really good game against New Prospect of not shooting the ball. I think you've got to stretch that defense out of Mount Pleasant and shoot the basketball well. But this is going to be a really good basketball game. These teams are really well matched. I think Summertown won the previous meeting, I believe between 10 or 15 at home, but it was actually a much closer score than that. Much closer game. They kind of pulled away late, but this Mount Pleasant team's well coached and they play hard. So this is going to be a fun game to watch no matter what the outcome.
That post player you mentioned is Jaden Wilson. It's also to note that one of the Tiger stars, J.P. Esterling, not being in the lineup tonight, dealing with an illness. He had 12 points in the first half the other night against Santa Fe and got sick, unfortunately, couldn't play in the second half and won't be playing tonight. So Tigers will be down a player, but we're looking forward, like you said, off air, Adam, you're expecting the dogfight in this one.
Yeah, it's going to be. These teams both play hard. They're 15 minutes down the road from each other. They're now in the same district in high school. There was a really great high school game between them and Summertown, I believe, earlier this week. I really enjoyed that game, and they're a well-coached team as well. So, these kids, if it stays the same as far as these districts go, they're going to see a lot of each other over the next 3 to 4 or 5 years as they go through high school, and they're both really, really good basketball teams. So it should be a good one. It should be fast-paced. A lower-scoring game, I'm going to say, would benefit Mount Pleasant here. If this game gets up in the 50s, you got to favor Summertown. The way they like to run and gun and shoot the basketball and create turnovers. So Mount Pleasant needs to slow this thing down and use their size. They've got a shot. This should be a good one.
Be Wilson versus Stanley to jump things off as the official with the ball was clearing some of the debris off the court from the pom-poms from the cheerleaders. I just don't think you can't just super glue those things on. As Wilson tips it back to Hunter Holt, and Holt have things. We will start this one off. Holt will cross the timeline. Guarded here by Blackwood. Tries to get it to Haywood. Haywood regains possession. Now with it is Lindsay. Lindsay drives. Throws it down low to Wilson. Wilson goes off the glass. Can't get it to go. Rebound Stanley. Bring it the other way is Bryant. Now the Blackwood in transition. He'll try a three. Back iron, no. Fight for the rebound. Won here by Hallmark. Now over to Dillard. Now to Blackwood. Back out to Bryant. Throws it into Dillard. Now to Hallmark for three. Back iron, no. Rebound Blackwood. Bounce pass to Dillard. He'll drive. Jumper up and in.
Mount Pleasant's got to get out shooters. That's two really good looks for two kids that can really shoot the basketball. So they've got to be able to stretch that zone out, or it's going to be a long night for them if Summertown gets hot.
2-0 Summertown lead minute into the game. Holt with it now for the Tigers. They set up the play. And he almost loses that one and gets it over to Hayward. Hayward now to Lindsay. Lindsay now to Hayward here at the wing. Now back to Lindsay. Tight man-to-man put on by the Eagles. Bounce pass out the Holt. Now to Wilson. Wilson straight away over to Hayward. Hayward over to Lindsay. He'll drive, pick up his dribble, and gets his pass knocked away. It's a steal from Bryant. Bryant, right-handed layup off the glass and in. 4-0's a Summertown lead. Press put on. Lindsay coming the other way. Now over to Holt. Holt trapped on the sideline, and we're going to have a jump ball called. That will go to Summertown.
There's that pressure we were talking about. You know, I'm going to tell you, I watched the game from Mount Pleasant the other night. Wilson, the big man down low, they really concentrate on getting him the basketball. So Summertown's got to be wary of that.
Game has started off in Summertown's favor. A pair of offensive rebounds led to a second chance bucket, then a steal led to another bucket. So the pace and kind of the effort has gone in Summertown's favor, which is why Mount Pleasant, their head coach, had to call a quick 30-second timeout, a minute 47 here into the game.
Well, and you know, Mount Pleasant had a really good look their first possession down low. You know, got a great dunk pass, and the ball just rims out on a pretty simple, easy layup down low. Those are things you'll have to make. Mount Pleasant's going to have to hit those shots to punish Summertown and use their size. But right now, this game has started out in Summertown's type of ball game right now.
Bryan with him now. And lobs it in to Stanley. Now over to Hallmark. Hallmark dishes down low to Dillard. Off the glass and in. Dillard now has got 4 points. It's a 6-0 lead. Hayward now over to Holt. Holt drives the baseline. Goes up. Kick pass now to Hayward. Now over to Lindsay. Now to Holt. He'll try corner three. Front iron, no. Offensive rebound, Anderson. Now kicks it out to Lindsay. Lindsay picks up his dribble. Gets it out to Hayward. Now to Holt. Holt has at the Etheridge logo and almost gets it stolen away. He'll now drive into the paint and does get that one stolen away by Bryant. Bryant comes, layup up, and he's fouled.
That's a great play by Bryant. He used his body very well there to shield the defender, and that's going to be the first one on Mount Pleasant, but that's a great play.
Wilson will pick up his first. Here comes the amp, and Stanley unfortunately sticks his foot in the lane, so the free throw won't go. How about 6 points off a turnover so far for Summertown?
And that's what we talked about, AJ. If Summertown forces them, they'll punish you. You've got to handle the basketball against Summertown,
Wilson,
or you will be in trouble, and there's another one.
That pass was off of Anderson. It hit about 3 sets of hands before it got there. I think there are now 4 turnovers against the Tigers. Bryant now has it. He will take his time. A long pass ahead to Blackwood across the timeline. Now to Dillard in the corner. Bounce pass to Hallmark. He's triple team. Now out to Dillard. Has it to Bryant. Straight away for three. Knocks it down.
And we talked about Summertown able to deal with the half court. It looks like they figured it out, AJ.
Starting off an 11-0 run, 3 minutes into the game. Then this one's stolen away by Bryant again, and he'll be fouled from behind by Holt.
If you're Mount Pleasant, you could not have scripted a poorer way to start this game. You're turning the basketball over. You've got a foul on your big man, and Summertown is just creating havoc right now.
Hallmark taken out to the right of the basket. Long pass to Blackwood in the corner. Blackwood now to Bryant. Bryant now to Blackwood in the corner. He'll try a three. Misses. Rebound Lindsay. Lindsay over to Hayward. Now to Holt. Holt now will get across the timeline over to Lindsay. Lindsay, a bounce pass over to Hayward. Now over to Holt at the other wing. Holt gets a screen from Anderson. And dribbles to the right. Now hands over to Lindsay. Lindsay, though, gets his pocket picked there by Blackwood. Left-handed layup off the glass and in. His first points, and they lead it now 13-0. Make that 11 points off 6 Tiger turnovers. Anderson with it, and he travels, make it 7 turnovers.
Summertown is fronting. What's the young man from Mount Pleasant down low that's so talented?
Wilson, Jay Wilson.
They are fronting Wilson. They're giving backside help as well, which they're not giving any avenues for dump passes down low. That really limits Mount Pleasant when they're not able to get it to Wilson. And you're able to see how they're struggling offensively right now, and I think that's a lot of it.
Dante Webster will check into the game for Anderson. Stanley out to Blackwood. Now to Bryant. 2-3 zone put on here by the Tigers. Bryant drives, kicks out the Hallmark on the baseline. He'll go, left-handed runner, rolls it in. 15-0. Summertown leads with 1:35 left here in the first. Lindsay. Now here to Hayward. It's now 13 points. All 13 of the 15 points have come off turnovers. Holding out. Here comes a double team from Summertown. And he says stepped on the timeline. Make that now 8 turnovers.
This pressure is just, it's very similar, honestly, AJ, to what South Lawrence girls did to Summertown the game before. I mean, the turnovers now are just racking up, and you can't compete that way, making the turnovers at that rate of speed.
Micah Bullock in for Hunter Holt. Bryant with it now for Summertown to try another three. Back iron, no. Rebound Wilson and a foul against Stanley.
Not a good shot there by Bryant. Bryant's a great shooter. He needs to be shooting the basketball, but that's not one you take. You've got Mount Pleasant on the ropes right here. You don't want to help them by taking those shots. They're getting good shots when they move the basketball. 1:05
left. Bullock gets his pass tipped, and it's stolen by Dillon. Now to Hallmark off the glass and in. 9 turnovers, 15 points off of those.
And there's another one. Oh, luckily.
Bullock. And now we have a timeout here called by Mount Pleasant. Looks like it's going to be that's going to be a full timeout. We'll take that break with them here on the X Sports Network.
Great food is just a short drive to Heine's Barbecue in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Heine in town. When you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Heine Shine lemonade, and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Heine sauces, snacks, and more. Heine's Barbecue, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg.
Are you looking for a job where you can easily balance work and home life? By becoming a local driver with Southeast Carriers, we can guarantee multiple benefits and a base pay starting at $17 per hour, along with a work-life balance so you can spend equal time on the road as with family. We also provide the latest updated equipment and technology to make your job as easy as possible. Southeast Carriers isn't just a company, it's a family, and we would love for you to be a part of it. For more information, visit our website at southeastcarriers.com or check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
And back here at the boys championship game, 40 seconds left. Summertown leading at 17-0. Bullock with it now for the Tigers. Over to Lindsay. 35 seconds left here in the quarter. Now to Hayward, over to Lindsay. Down low to Wilson. Wilson spins, shot up, in, and he's fouled. That foul will go on Blackwood, his first, team's second.
And I believe that's only the second time they've been able to get the ball down low to Wilson in this whole first quarter. He had a good look there the first possession, but I don't remember him really getting the basketball much till this.
Free throw up, doesn't get the friendly bounce, and fight for the rebound will be won by Summertown.
I think they're going to get him out of bounds.
Yeah, he's out of bounds. So that will go now to Mount Pleasant. Wilson's a really good athlete, tough player, and dynamic in a lot of ways. He's got a lot of hops to him. Hayward with it now, 20 seconds left in the quarter. Now to Lindsay. Lindsay over to Wilson. Wilson now to Hayward in the corner. Hands over to Lindsay. Bounce pass to Wilson. Knocked away by Dillard. Now a foul against Webster. That will be Deontay's first. Team's third. 8.2 seconds remaining. A 17-2 Summertown lead. Blackwood to Bryant. 3 seconds left. Now over to Hallmark. 3 at the buzzer, and he knocks it down. It has been all Summertown after the first 6 minutes of play. They lead at 20-2 at the start of the second quarter when we return here on the X Sports Network.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary care by One Stop Medical at its best.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Back here at the boys championship game brought to you by Heine's Barbecue. It's Summertown leading at 20-2. And another turnover. Hallmark, tough shot up, no, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line here to shoot 2. That foul will go against Hayward. Pick up his first, team's fourth. Pair of free throws coming up for Jack Hallmark. Now 11 turnovers by Mount Pleasant. On the previous 10, Summertown got 18 points off of those. First free throw from Hallmark off the corner iron, no. Holt back into the game here for the Tigers.
Holt's a kid that can help Mount Pleasant. He shoots. He's one of their best shooters. If they can get him some open looks, he can help them get back into the basketball game.
Hallmark gets 1 of 2. Now Stanley will check back in, and checking out will be Dillard.
Dillard needs a break. He has been working his tail off down low.
As Lindsay will come in, and checking out will be Hallmark. Holt is in the game as well for Summertown. Pass intercepted by Bryant. Bounce pass off of Blackwood. So each side trades turnovers, and Adam, that's just the first turnover against Summertown.
Which is crazy to say, and not because they don't normally handle it well, but as fast-paced as they play, you just assume would there be more. But they've really handled pressure well tonight.
Lindsay checks out. Looks like that's Bryson Hayward that checked in. Not sure. Don't have a 13 on the roster. Hold with it. Now to Webster. Now over here to Bullock. Now to Holt. Down low to Wilson. Wilson, runner up and in. He's got all 4 Mount Pleasant points. It's a 21-4 lead. Bryant quickly the other way to Lindsay. Lindsay now to Bryant. And he'll dribble, drive, runner up. No. And fight for the rebound as it goes out of bounds. And we'll stay with Summertown.
And when Wilson's able to get position, he's about unstoppable. He's a tough kid.
The other way, here is Mount Pleasant as the ball is knocked out of bounds and will go to Summertown. Blackwood will take it out. 5 minutes left here in the opening half, a 17-point Summertown lead. Bryant in the hole, kicks out to Lindsay. He'll try a three. Back iron, no, rebound Wilson. Wilson now hand it over to Holt. Holt will come the other way. Holt dribbles out, guarded by Lindsay, now to Webster. Webster now to Bullock, over to Holt. Holt now to Bullock. And his pass is tipped into Holt. Holt loses that one into the hands of Lindsay. Lindsay coming the other way, right-handed layup, off the glass and in. His first points, and Summertown now leads it 23-4. Wilson coming the other way, tough shot.
Fell down, it looked like.
Yeah, could have been a foul, maybe. Yeah. It's now 15 turnovers against Mount Pleasant. The way he took a lot of contact.
He did.
For sure.
He did.
4:15 remaining. It's now 15 turnovers against Mount Pleasant. Losing track of how many points are off those turnovers. Stanley kicks it in the corner to Blackwood for three. No, rebound Wilson. Wilson now to Holt as we come the other way. Holt drives. And if he wouldn't have had that pause, that would have been a great shot.
He made a great move to get there, and then Stanley was just there, and he was kind of stuck. But can't blame the kid. He's just trying to make something happen.
As Holt will check out, Hayward back into the game. Dillard back in, Holt out for Summertown. Bryant now in the Stanley, kicks out to Blackwood, back to Bryant. Dishes down low to Dillard, goes up and under, can't get it to go. Rebound Hayward. Bullock with it now as we come the other way. Now to Webster. Webster here to Bullock. Bullock, pass over to Hayward, deep three. Back iron, no. Offensive rebound, Bullock. His shot is up, no. Offensive rebound, Wilson. Rattles it home. First second chance points for Mount Pleasant as Wilson has all 6 Tiger points. Lindsay, Blackwood over to Bryant. Bryant drives, loses it. And Dillard can't save as it goes out of bounds. It's the second turnover against Summertown. Checking in for Summertown will be Knox Springer. Checking out will be Blackwood. Anderson back into the game. Webster with it now as we reach the halfway point here in the second quarter. He's dribbling through 4 Eagles. Tough shot up. No, but a travel is called. 17 turnovers now by the Tigers.
Summertown's gotten a couple really good open looks from 3 the last few possessions by kicking it into the middle and then kicking it back out to the zone. That Mount Pleasant just can't keep leaving those shooters open. We're going to get another travel there.
Yeah, Stanley definitely did. Shuffled his feet. As Holt will come back in and Lindsay will check out. Hayward now to Webster. Webster over to Bullock. Bullock now to Hayward. They got to come quickly the other way. Now to Bullock. And now the 10-second is finally called.
Well, and Holt is such a key component for them, too, because not only does he shoot the ball well, but he's one of their best ball handlers. Right now, they just don't really have anyone on the court that's handled the pressure very well in the backcourt.
Holt will get this one in to Bryant. 23-6 is the Summertown lead. Bryant now over to Springer. Inside to Dillard. Kicks out the hold. He'll try a three. Almost banks it in. Rebound Wilson. Coming the other way is Bullock. Webster with it now for the Tigers. Has it at the top of the key, hands over to Hayward. Hayward now back to Webster. Now over to Bullock. Bullock here will drive to his left. Runner up blocked, but they call the foul on Springer. A pair of free throws coming up from Micah Bullock.
Summertown's kind of went cold offensively here, AJ, after having a big first quarter. They've only, if I'm not mistaken, they only have 3 points.
3 points. They're being outscored 4-3 here in the second quarter. A pair of free throws here from Micah Bullock. Pleasant 0 of 1 from the line, now 0 of 2. As Hallmark will check back in and Springer will check out. All but one of the original starting lineup into the game here for the Eagles. 2:01 remaining here in the half. Free throw from Bullock is on its way. Misses them both. Rebound Stanley. Quickly the other way, Blackwood. Now here to Bryant. Bryant, runner up and in.
That's Bryant's bread and butter right there. He's got a beautiful little short jumper from right in the middle of that lane. It's just hard to deal with when he's penetrating.
Leads all scorers with 9. Minute 40 left here. 19-point lead again for Summertown. Webster over to Bullock. And now a travel is called again. 19 turnovers by Mount Pleasant. Minute 32 left as Holton Lindsay will check back in.
Summertown switching basically every screen or pass, and it's just causing havoc for Mount Pleasant right now because they're doubling everybody up top with the basketball.
Blackwood now down low here to Stanley. Long pass to Hallmark. Drives, kicks to Stanley. Stanley off the glass, no. Rebound Anderson. Both teams' original starting lineups in the game. Coming the other way is Holt. Holt across the timeline, guarded closely by Blackwood. Now hands over to Lindsay. Lindsay drives, tough shot up, no. Rebound, Dillard. Gets it to Bryant. Bryant racing the other way. Nice pass to Stanley off the glass and in. His first points. It's a 21-point lead for Summertown, their largest of the game. Holt. Hands over here to Hayward. Hayward bounce pass to Holt. Thinks about 3. Spins out of traffic. Now over to Lindsay. Lindsay now to Holt. Has it to Hayward. Hayward back to Holt. Now over to Lindsay. Almost intercepted by Hallmark. Now to Hayward. He'll try corner 3. No. Offensive rebound, Holt. And they try to go inside to Wilson. That one's stolen away by Stanley. Make it 20 turnovers now as Bryant races the other way. Has an open Blackwood in the corner for 3. Off the front iron, no. Rebound Hayward. Hold with it, 10 seconds left in the half. And it gets it over to Lindsay, knocked away by Hallmark. Hallmark left-handed layup, can't get that one to go, and then he fouls Lindsay from behind.
Well, I will say that's one of the few mistakes Hallmark's made in the first half or as a whole. He's played a great first half, so tough luck there on that one. But
I believe that's going to be the end of the first half, and it will be. So after 12 minutes of play, it's all Summertown. They lead at 27-16. Take a short break, and when we return, time to start the second half here on the X Sports Network.
It's the wall-to-wall clearance sale going on right now at Story & Lee Furniture. Save hundreds of dollars off floor samples, one-of-a-kinds, and even as-is items. We are drastically reducing prices to make room for our 2023 inventory coming in. And with our warehouse completely full, we've got a lot of furniture to sell and are slashing prices to do so. With hundreds of items marked at liquidation prices. And get up to 12 months no interest and free delivery too. It's the Story & Lee Furniture wall-to-wall clearance sale.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
Tired of driving into the city every time you need appliances, furniture, or heck, just about anything? Next time, stay local and come to Swap and Shop Center. We have everything you want, from computers to furniture, major appliances, lawn and garden tools, electronics, you name it. Our #1 goal is to get you the items you need at a price you can afford. We even offer 120 days same as cash financing. We won't be undersold. We specialize in service after the sale. We pick up where everyone else leaves off. Swap and Shop Center, family owned and operated in Lawrenceburg for over 61 years.
Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is your premier source for hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl tile, sheet vinyl, residential and commercial carpet, carpet tiles, ceramic and porcelain tile, waterproof floating floor, plus blinds and shutters. Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is also home to all name brands and can tackle projects big and small. Installation, you're covered with installers who've got years of experience and stand behind their work. Let Lawrenceburg Flooring and More make your design dreams a reality. 2760 Highway 43 North, or visit lawrenceburgflooringandmore.com.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
I'm Mike Keith. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the auto owner's policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretto, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
Hey folks, this is Fred Webb, principal broker and owner of United Country Southern Tennessee Realty in Lawrenceburg. Your local Realtree Land Pro agent specializing in country homes, farms, and land. If you're thinking about selling or would like a free comparative market analysis to see what your property is worth, please give us a call at 931-244-7126. We market your property worldwide to get you the most exposure, which in turn gets you the highest price in the shortest amount of time. Visit us at southernteandrealty.com.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Rent-Right Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent-Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent-Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here at the Boys Championship game, brought to you by Heine's Barbecue. So far it's been all Summertown. They lead this one 27-6. Taking a look at the first half statistics, it's all in Summertown's favor. You got Mason Bryant with 9, Jack Hallmark with 8, Max Dillard with 4, John Colby Stanley, Ryder Blackwood with 2, Hayden Lindsay off the bench with 2 on the other side for Mount Pleasant, all 6 points come from Jaden Wilson. Hustle stab wise, Mount Pleasant has 21 turnovers. Summertown has, quick math, 20 points off of those 21 turnovers. Mount Pleasant's forced 3 Summertown turnovers, no points off of those. Summertown, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 second chance points. Mount Pleasant, 4 offensive rebounds and 2 second chance points. So Adam, not really much to say. It was 20-2 after the end of the first quarter, and it was
Mount Pleasant's got to manage the pressure better, and they've got to have someone step up scoring wise. You know, you would think it would be Holt, as talented as he is. They've got to get some help offensively and protect the basketball. If not, it's going to be a repeat of this first half because Summertown is so active and so quick. They're just causing chaos with Mount Pleasant handling the ball. So Mount Pleasant's not out of this game by no means. This is a talented team. They've just got to keep working, and we'll see what happens.
Summertown will start off with the ball as we start the second half. Original starting lineups in. Dillard with it here in the corner. Long pass to Bryant. Bryant will try a 3. Rattles out. No offensive rebound. Hallmark. Then that one goes off the glass. No rebound, Anderson. Coming the other way now is Hayward over to Holt. Holt now over to Lindsay. Lindsay with it here at the top of the key over to Holt. Holt now over to Wilson in the corner. Long pass out to Lindsay. Lindsay now to Holt. He'll drive and kick back out to Hayward at the logo. Now back to Holt. Here to Wilson. Now to Lindsay. And this one's to Hayward, back out to Lindsay. Now Pleasant here taking their time, looking for the good shot. Over to Lindsay. Picks up his dribble. And lows it down low to Wilson. Quick turnaround jumper, no. Rebound Blackwood. Blackwood will come quickly the other way. Drives, kicks out the Hallmark. He'll go into the lane, kicks out the Bryant. His pass now to the other end. It's Blackwood for three off the front iron. No, rebound Lindsay. Now over to Hayward. And now over to Lindsay across the timeline. Hands over to Holt. Holt guarded by Blackwood over to Hayward. Now to Anderson. Over in the corner to Lindsay. Now to Holt. I don't think Holt's taken a shot so far in this one.
I think defensively they're really locked in on him on the perimeter. Putting a lot of pressure on him for sure.
Tough shot from Lindsay, no. Rebound Dillard.
Nice block out there by Dillard.
Wilson got up and almost took that away from him. Bryant with it now. Skip pass here to Hallmark. Hallmark, and just loses that one into the hands of Holt. Just the fourth turnover by Summertown.
It's not a bad foul there by Blackwood. But, you were talking about shots. Honestly, AJ, if you think about it, and I want you to answer this for me, when was the last time in the half court that you remember a perimeter player from Mount Pleasant penetrating to the basket?
Not a clear.
In the half court.
No, not in the half court, and definitely not a clear lane.
No, there's just not a lot. Summertown defensively locking them down. It's just causing a lot of trouble right now.
Blackwood picks up 2 quick fouls. He's now got 3. And it looks like Lindsay is going to come in on the next step ball. Speaking of Lindsay, the Mount Pleasant Lindsay taking it out, gets it into Wilson in the corner. Wilson kicks out the hole. He's going to try a deep 3. Front iron, no. Rebound Stanley. Stanley is clearly pushed from behind. But
yeah, I guess they figured, hey, we kept it, so I'll call it.
Yeah. Right? I'm not going to blame him for letting that one go. And, when the game's not, I don't want to say completely out of hand like this, but, it's okay to let a few things go. Stanley with it at the free throw line. Now Blackwood for 3. Knocks it down.
They've had 3. Summertown's had 3 open looks from 3 here right off the bat. They're giving Summertown way too many open shots from 3, and they've missed them, but they're too good of a shooting team. You keep letting them have them, they're going to hit them.
First points of the half. It's a 30-6 lead. Hayward into the paint. That shot's blocked by Stanley, and Anderson just knocks down Stanley again. Rebound Hallmark. Now coming the other way. Good save there, but unfortunately goes into the hands of Holt. And Holt now coming the other way. Now they get it out to Lindsay. 5 out here by Mount Pleasant. Screen. A hand over to Anderson. Over to Holt. Now to Wilson. Wilson tries a jumper. Front iron, no. Rebound Blackwood. And then Hayward's going to pick up the foul.
And if Wilson's going to take shots, if you're Summertown, that's where you want them to be from. You want them to be jumpers up around that free throw line. You don't want them to have anything clear inside. Summertown, I think, is happy with him taking that shot.
Stanley and Blackwood will check out. As Lindsay and Hope will check in here for Summertown. Bryan with it across the timeline. 2:35 left in the third. Hallmark now in the Dillard. Holt swings out to Lindsay. Long pass to Hallmark in the corner for 3. Nothing but net.
Like I said, too many shooters left open, AJ. They've got to fix this thing or it's going to get out of hand. If Summertown catches fire, they're a streak shooting team. They'll light this thing up if they don't get out on those shooters.
33-6 is the lead. Lindsay now hands over to Wilson. Wilson pulls up now to Lindsay. Here in the corner for 3. Misses. Rebound Anderson off the glass. No. Rebound Holt.
And Lindsay, who has checked in for Summertown, he's not one that's afraid to let it go as well. Nice attack there by Bryant.
Rebound Wilson. Now hands over to Holt. Holt now across the timeline for Mount Pleasant. Hands over to Lindsay. He's guarded by Lindsay. He'll drive. Runner up. Can't get it to go.
Nice move there.
Rebound Hallmark ahead to Lindsay. Lindsay in transition. Nice pass down low to Dillard. He goes off the glass. No rebound. Lindsay in the hands of Holt. We have 2 Holts and 2 Lindsays on each side on the floor right now. Holt drives. Foul called here on Dillard.
And that was a good call. Dillard wasn't established there. Nice pass there by Lindsay to Dillard down low. Dillard caught it, though, and he had a lot of size there right in front of him. You might be a ball you just want to kick back out instead of take up into such a tall player down low. But like them being aggressive, though.
Hunter Hope will go to the line for 2. The Tigers were 0 for 3 so far in the game. First free throw on its way, nothing but net. No subs from either side. Minute 26 left here in the third. Next free throw from Holt. Corner iron, no. Rebound Hallmark into the hands of Bryant as we come the other way. Bryant quickly. Bounce pass to Dillard. Off the glass. Can't get it to go. Rebound Wilson. Now over to Hayward. Now to Lindsay. Lindsay now will bring it across the timeline and hand over to Holt. Holt tries to throw it down low to Wilson. It kind of looked like he was just thrown to the ground there. Coming the other way, Hallmark. Pass to Holt. Holt, tough shot up, rolls it in.
Nice move there by Holt. I believe that was with his left hand, too. Nice move.
22 points off 22 turnovers. 35-7's the lead. Hand over to Lindsay. Lindsay, now to Holt. Now back to Lindsay. Throws it down low to Wilson. And Wilson gets tripped up there by Dillard. That's his second foul, team's 4th.
And that's not a bad foul there. If he gets it there, Summertown's dead meat, I think. We're going to have some subs, AJ.
Stanley and Springer into the game. Dillard and Bryant will check out. 41.3 seconds remaining in the third. A 28-point Summertown lead. Lindsay lobs it into Wilson, knocked out of his hands, and Springer comes up with it. Now over to Holt. 23 turnovers now. Hallmark down low to Stanley. Kicks out the Holt. Fakes a 3. Long pass here to Hallmark for 3. Corner iron, no. Offensive rebound, Stanley, and he's fouled from behind.
Nice job there by Stanley. He had good position there underneath and took it back up quickly, too, to draw the foul. Nice job.
Second foul on Wilson, second team foul against the Tigers. Pair of free throws coming up for John Colby Stanley. First shot on its way, off the back iron, no. Bullock now into the game. He will check in for Hunter Holt from Mount Pleasant. Next free throw from Stanley. It's 1 of 2. He's got 3 points. It's a 29-point Eagle lead. 25 seconds remaining in the third as the clock finally starts. Lindsay across the timeline gets a screen from Wilson. And calling out the play over to Bullock. Guarded here by Lindsay. Now to Wilson in the corner. Almost steps on the out-of-bounds line. Now to Bullock. Runner up. No. And fight for the rebound. Anderson comes up now to Wilson. Wilson here to Lindsay. Bounce pass to Bullock. They got to shoot it. They don't know how much time's left, and that will end the third quarter. All Summertown, they lead at 36-7 after 3 quarters of play. Well, the start of the fourth. We return here on the X Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to spruce up the interior or exterior of your home or business, trust Lawrenceburg Glass to provide a one-of-a-kind product. From windows to mirrors, shower doors, custom framing, storefront installations, and everything in between, Lawrenceburg Glass takes pride in our quality craftsmanship and strong attention to detail. With us, your customer experience always exceeds expectations. We're reliable, on time, and we deliver stunning results. Lawrenceburg Glass. Our passion is reflected in our work.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
This is the X Sports Network.
Back here at the boys' championship game, Wilson's jumper to start the fourth is no good. Rebound Springer. It's been all Summertown. They lead at 36-7. This game brought to you by Heine's Barbecue. Holt kicks out here to Lindsay. Lindsay Now to Springer, straight away for three. Front iron, no. And will go out of bounds to the Tigers. So far, Adam, in this one, Summertown's hit 15 field goals, and Mount Pleasant just has 3. I mean, pretty much they've dominated in every category you can think of so far.
Well, Mount Pleasant struggled offensively for sure, but I'm going to tell you, you just got to give Summertown a ton of credit defensively too. You're averaging giving up 2.3 points a quarter. I mean, that's remarkable. No matter who you're playing, this defense is just swarming, and they're just, like I said, I've said it 1,000 times, they're just causing so much trouble and chaos for Mount Pleasant that's just hard for them to get anything established offensively.
Pettis now into the game here for Stanley. Now coming the other way. Hallmark over to Holt. Now here to Lindsay in the corner for 3. Corner iron, no. Rebound, Hayward. Now the other way with it is Lindsay. Lindsay racing. Guarded here by Lindsay. Hands over to Holt. Holt now to Hayward. Over to Lindsay. Lindsay bounce pass to Wilson in the corner. He'll try a 3. Back iron, no. Rebound 1 by Hallmark. He'll race the other way. Drives. Runner up. Can't get it to go. Rebound Wilson. Wilson has been big on the glass for the Tigers in this one. Is also their leading scorer with 6. Holt will drive for the Tigers and rolls back out. As in the corner. He's just trying to find any sort of space, and there's just nothing there. Holt now over to Hayward. Hayward now to Lindsay. Lindsay hands over to Holt. Dribbles out to the logo over to Hayward. Now timeout will be called here by Mount Pleasant. And I believe it's just going to be a substitution timeout as he's going to bring in a lot of his subs. 30-second timeout here is trying to get all the subs here. You got Dewberry, Bullock, Amos, Webster. I'm missing one here.
Yeah.
And don't know who 34 is.
Yeah, I'm looking at that too, AJ. He's not on there.
And Bullock loses this one, and we got some subs on the other end here for Summertown as well. It's Foster Paley into the game. It looks like he came in for Hallmark. So it's all subs in for both sides.
Looks like we do have a running clock too, AJ.
Springer now to Pettis. Pettis over to Lindsay. Now to Paley. In the Pettis, and that one's knocked into the hands of Dewberry. That's the 6th turnover against Summertown. Webster now to Bullock. 3 minutes left here in the 4th. Bullock now over to Dewberry off his hands and out of bounds. 25th turnover against Mount Pleasant.
Knox Calton.
Malik Lane into the game, checking out as Dewberry. And Knox Colton come in for Holt. Paley in the Pettis. Pettis, nice pass to Springer. Springer, though, will dribble out of traffic. Picks up his dribble. Long pass here to Lindsay. Lindsay now in the Pettis. Pettis pass out here to Colton. Colton drives, shot blocked away, but into the hands here of Paley. Paley now to Pettis. Kicks out here to Colton for 3. Rattles out, no, rebound Bullock. The crowd was going to explode on that one.
He can shoot the basketball, and that's Calton, by the way. I just wanted to tell you because he might be calling his name a little bit, but he can shoot the rock. It's a good little shooter.
Sometimes I have trouble differentiating between an A and an O.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I agree.
See, scorebook's a little bit deceiving sometimes.
Well, I tell you too, when I think of Colton, I want to say it too. I think of have you ever ate at a Colton Steakhouse, by the way?
I've heard of one.
Yeah, there's one. The closest one I know of is in Dixon, Tennessee, from here, but it's amazing. So if you ever have a chance, you have a Colton's around, be sure, AJ, to jump in on one of those. They're great.
Pair of free throws coming up here from Mount Pleasant. We don't know who number 34 is. First shot on its way. No. They have scored just 1 point so far here in the second half. Next free throw on its way off the front iron. No. Rebound Bullock. Bullock shot up. No. And Pettis comes up with the rebound but falls down. The running clock is on as Amos will take it out to the left of the basket. Gets it in the Bullock. He'll try corner three. No. And Pettis trying to fight for the rebound. Can't come up with it. Lane gets it. Now in the corner out to Webster. Webster now to Bullock. He'll try a three. And hits the net and out of bounds. And that will go to Summertown. .50 seconds left in the game. It will be Paley to bring it up. Gets it in to Pettis. In the corner now to Lindsay. Out to Springer. Springer trying to dribble out of traffic. Backdoor to Pettis. Now to Lindsay. And gets it over to Paley. Paley will try a three. Back iron, no. Rebound, Bullock coming the other way with under 30 seconds left. And Bullock will be fouled by Lindsay. They'll pick up the second, team 6, 20 seconds now. Lane taking it out of bounds. Excuse me, it's Amos taking it out of bounds. Now in the Bullock, knocked out of bounds by Paley. 10 seconds left, and Amos now. Can't find anybody, and that one's knocked out of bounds, and that will end it. Summertown with a very convincing 36-7 win to bring home the championship. And Adam, there really hasn't been much to say about this one. It was pretty much since the first quarter. This game was, don't want to say over from done for, but you know.
Well, the game was won in the first quarter, and it was established by Summertown's pressure defense and their ability to force turnovers. I mean, they were just raucous all night long with hands, sliding their feet. Mount Pleasant just could not break the code of their defense. No penetration was allowed. They limited the points inside by Mount Pleasant, which I thought was definitely the strength Mount Pleasant had on Summertown. I mean, they did everything they needed to do to win it. It was dominant. Mount Pleasant, I know, is not going to be happy with this, but you know, go back to the drawing board. They've got some good young talent there, and they're going to be the real deal. Of course, they were missing one of their key players tonight, which definitely hurts, but. I'm just telling you, though, AJ, too, even if that young man's here tonight, it's hard for me to believe he's going to make up a 36-7 as well as Summertown played. It's just hard to believe.
They might have cut down on some of the turnovers.
Definitely. But, yeah, it's impressive. I'll have to give this bunch credit tonight.
So what's up next now for Summertown?
I don't know exactly, AJ. I don't want to lie. But I will say I do believe they will be going to the next tournament. I think it starts Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. We'll have to check on the times on that. It is in Fayetteville.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's Lincoln County High School, Fayetteville, or Fayetteville City. I don't know that. I'm going to have to get clarification, but I'll make sure to talk to Will or someone, make sure we get it on Exports, the schedule. Mm-hmm. So that's the plan. And I think Will has talked about we're going to try to do as many of those games as we can. That will be the girls and boys. We'll just have to see what times they play. So, yeah.
As we start to wrap things up here, we've got the closing ceremony. We'll have the runner-up trophy given out to Mount Pleasant. The championship trophy will go to Summertown. Then they'll announce the all-tournament team. We'll close things up here. This is AJ Good with Adam Lindsay and producer extraordinaire Kevin Wright. We'll step away. We'll have the ceremony. Then we'll close things out here on the Exports Network. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Busy slate of action. You got Loretto on the road at Lewis County. You got Summertown going to Giles County, and Lawrence County on the road to Marshall County of coverage of both of those girls and boys double headers. But for now, it's AJ Good here on the Exports Network. Have a great night.
This is the X Sports Network.